Okay, are you tired? Are you ready to hear from the Holy Spirit? Are you alive and well at, what is it, 10 minutes to 5 in the morning? I am alive and well at 10 minutes to 5 in the morning. And this word the Lord gave to me this morning is in Proverbs 16:1. It says, the preparation of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So if you prepare your heart to good things, the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Your heart is the thinking part of your spirit. Your mind is the thinking part of your soul. And in Proverbs, in 1 Corinthians 14:15, it says, I will pray in the Spirit, and I will pray in my understanding. It's saying the same thing, isn't it? One in Proverbs, one in Corinthians 14:15. I got this word to read to you. It says, in him alone and no one else do I give my heart to, for it is what comes alive from him. For he is spirit and must be worshipped in spirit and truth. And my heart is the mind of my spirit, and to be single-minded is to think out of your heart and not out of your intellect. To be double-minded is to think out of your soul and spirit. And when you have the mind of Christ, both are thinking the same, yet if your mind is not converted, then you are a soulish person and have to bring your mind under control, which is what all are called to do. In James 1:4-8, but let your patience have their perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Verse 5 says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, and give it to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Verse 6 says, but let him ask in faith. Everything is done in faith. Nothing wavering. For he that is wavering is like the wave of the sea, and driven with the wind and tossed. Verse 7 says, for let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Verse 8 says, a double-minded is unstable in all his ways. So we seek to be single-minded, where our minds agree with our heart and begin to add to our conversation and join in to build a house that is not divided and come to the fullness of Christ. So follow your heart at all times and give not to the flesh, only that which is converted. Remember, flesh will always walk in fear. Spirit is faith. Where there is fear, there is no faith. They do not coincide with each other. Faith and fear don't walk hand in hand. And so if you go along and you think to yourself, well, I don't know about this, I'm not so, you're walking in fear. Faith is absolute. Faith believes what God is saying. Faith is an absolute truth. And so you know when you're walking in fear, you know when you're walking in faith. I prayed for a lot of people a while back, and people say, well, I have faith. And then when you pray for them, they say, well, I don't know. They just told what they're walking in. They're walking in fear. You're not walking in faith. Faith says, yes, Lord. Yeah, I can do that. Yes. Yes, you can do that. That's what faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Isn't that what faith is? And so when you're walking in an area and you say, well, I don't know if God told me that or if He didn't tell me that, you're walking in fear. You need to get back over and ask God for the truth and get out of fear. It's real simple. It's simple how to judge yourself. If it isn't faith, if it's fear, any part fear, then you're not walking in the Spirit. You're walking in the flesh. And the church don't seem to understand that. Oh, there's people, there's faith people that understand that. But the vast majority say, well, I'm getting older and I got to be careful. That's fear. That's fear. Keep on taking the same steps you took before and you won't have to be careful. You get off balance because you're taking smaller steps. And you're walking in fear. Why? Because you're scared you're going to fall. Quit walking in fear. Walk in faith. That's what you're called to. Isn't it? Okay. I got another word here from the Lord for you. And let's see, together with the Holy Spirit, He does not work apart from you, only with you, and will not force you to do anything you don't agree on. And yet He will walk away from deceit, confusion, fear, all things, the flesh, all things of the flesh that are not called for. He is a respecter of faith, love, looking for higher ground. Seek Him for more of Jesus, and for Him to point the way. If you are looking for Him, He is there to receive you and the voice or unction or leading. Don't say, is that you, Lord? Say, yes, Lord, and do what you are receiving. As they stay the course, Jesus said, if you will ask the Father, will He give you good things? So don't look back, just walk in the Holy Spirit every step of the way, for He was sent to lead and to guide and to teach and to comfort. And so treat Him as your lover from God, to walk the rest of your life in Him. That's not too shabby, is it? It's not too shabby. Here, I got another word for you. Do you not know what the time was coming? Did I not tell you? Did I not tell some of my prophets? And all were asleep. My church went on like nothing was going to happen. And what a funny person to hear. And then came back to their slumber. And now some believe and some don't. Some question and try to weigh it in and out of their own intellect and are still missing it. For they are not asking me what the truth is. They themselves try to divine the truth, and that they have no knowledge of. And yet they are comfortless And did I not say I would send you the Holy Spirit to comfort you? And you ask him not. Foolish and hard to hear, foolish and hard of hearing. Stop what you are doing and get back to where you are called to, and out of your own understanding. For what is the Holy Spirit sent for? What is the Holy Spirit sent forth for? Ask, and it shall be given. Ask the Holy Spirit, and it shall be given to you. We try to figure God out. We can't figure God out. We don't have the intellect to figure God out. We don't have the ability. We don't. That's not for us to do. It's for us to walk in the Holy Spirit and get our answers from the Holy Spirit. And a lot of them answers will come out of your heart. And as you begin to pray in the Spirit, and as you begin to move out of your heart ministry, you'll get a lot of them answered. And sometimes we just have to wait, like right now. We have to wait for God to finish his course, what he's doing. And don't think the prophets are disagreeing with each other. Some of them are just seeing another side of it. And you don't understand what side they're seeing. And so hang on to what they're saying and don't speak against it. If you don't know whether it's right or wrong, just be still. And you'll see in time to come. This is the way we should walk. We should walk in faith, believing what God's saying, and then wait and see it take place. Okay? All right. I'm glad that we got together this morning. I'll see you later. Remember the one thing, and always remember that the Holy Spirit is with you to teach you and to comfort you and to bring you into all truth. But you have to ask him for the truth, and you got to seek him for the truth. And remember this, that the presence of Jesus Christ now is being called for on the earth. And you can feel the presence of the Holy Spirit, you can feel the presence of Jesus. Just ask him for it. All right? Bye.